Good morning, folks. It's your boy Richard. Today in this video, I am going to be currently doing another Fast and Furious vehicle. Today is going to be about, and still with Tokyo Drift vehicles. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution IX or Evo 9. Evolution 9, yeah, or Evo 9 as you can call it, from the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift 2006. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Before we do, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, comment below what you guys think, and hit the notification bell, and hit also your alert when I make new uploads. So, without any further ado, let's burn some rubber. Let's do it. So, first off is overview, as usual. As you expect. Its make is a Mitsubishi, obviously. The model is a Lancer Evo 9. Next up is the body and chassis. The engine is a 2-liter turbocharged DOHC 4G63 inline 4 motor in standard trim. It also has a couple of performance modifications, not much. It has an RMR air intake system and an RMR exhaust system as well. So, RMR air intake and the RMR exhaust system. So the body mods include a full APR body kit. So it has the APR body kit, APR rear wing, and APR racing carbon fiber side view mirrors. Say APR body kit, APR rear wing, and APR racing carbon fiber side view mirrors. The wheels are 19 by 8.5 inch Rays G-Games 99Bs. The tires are 255/35R19 Toyo Proxys T1Rs. The same as on Johnny Tran's Honda S2000, which I talked about. Let's see if I got it here somewhere. Which I talked about 3 months ago. And the same as on DK's Nissan 350Z, the Z33, which I talked about yesterday. So it's cool. So the tires 255/35R19 Toyo Proxys T1Rs, and the paint color is House of Color red with black graphics. Alright, next up is character information. The owners are Han Seul-oh, formerly the owner, played by Sung Kang. Yeah, I can't even say it that well. Sung Kang. There we go. I think I said it right. And then we got Sean Boswell, who's later the owner of the Evo, played by Lucas Black. And the driver is Sean Boswell, played by Lucas Black. Its use is for drifting and eluding Takashi, played by Brian T, and Morimoto, played by Leonardo Nam. Its status is crashed. Presumably it was impounded. The films is from the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift 2006. Later on it appeared again in Furious 6 back in 2013, 7 years after Tokyo Drift, and before Furious 7 and before Paul died. So the film is The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift 2006. Similar cars to that is the 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 7 from Too Fast to Furious 2003, the car I talked about like five months ago. which is pretty cool. The 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9 is a major car. I can't talk. major car in the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift 2006. Next up is the history of it. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift 2006. Han Seul -O, I can't pronounce it still. Played by Sung Kang, gives Sean Boswell, played by Lucas Black, a brand new Lancer Evo 9 after he totaled his Nissan Silvia, aka the Mona Lisa, during a drift race against Takashi, played by Brian T. Sean used the car to practice drifting. Soon he eventually mastered the skill and began to win every drift race he participated in. He even went far as to beat Morimoto, played by Leonardo Nam, one of Takashi's, played by Brian T., business partners. So Takashi's played by Brian T., business partners. He totaled the car while attempting to escape from Takashi. It was presumably impounded thereafter. Next up, we got production notes. After Sean, so production notes. After Sean crashes Han's Silvia, Han lets him use this Evo 9 instead as a way to better represent him, however we call it, represent him. It has an Evo 7, Evo VII, Evo 7. VII is number 7 in Roman numerals. 2003 to 2005 front end, which can lead to confusion, but it's indeed a 2006 Evo 9. The engine is a 2-liter turbocharged DOHC 4G63 inline 4 engine. So it's an inline 4 with RMR air intakes and RMR exhaust systems. So like I mentioned, it has RMR air intakes and RMR exhaust systems. Say RMR exhaust systems. Can't even say it properly. RMR exhaust systems. There we go. Its front drive shafts were disconnected to make drifting in an all-wheel drive car possible, thus effectively making it a rear-wheel drive car, which is the same what they did with Brian's 2002 Skyline from Fast 4, which is the car I talked about a month ago. Well, I mean, they didn't, like, when I say that, I mean, like, they used GTT variants because they had rear-wheel drive, which is just a lot easier than having to, take off, like, the drive shaft on the Skyline R34s, which would just take forever, just to do. But they did do that in Too Fast and Furious with the Skyline from the second movie, which I talked about 5 months ago. They took off the front drive shaft so that the real GTRs in Too Fast and Furious will drift like rear-wheel drive cars. And also, all the Skylines in Too Fast and Furious are real GTRs, whereas the ones in Fast 4, aka Fast and Furious, which is the fourth movie of the second trilogy, was the GTTs, which they converted to look like GTRs because the GTTs had rear-wheel drive, the GTRs had all-wheel drive, which you can make in rear-wheel drive, but just disconnecting the front drive shaft, which just makes it a lot easier. Its front drive shafts were disconnected to make drifting in an all-wheel drive car possible, thus effectively making it a rear-wheel drive car. RMR modified the steering knuckles. So RMR modified the steering knuckles for additional angle and upsized the brakes with Brembo rotors and calipers. So in other words, they took out the old brakes and put on Brembo brakes, which is the kind of upgrade I would want to do for my first performance car if I were to get one, like maybe Mustang, Subaru, like Impreza, the WRX STI, or an Evo, or anything like that. First upgrade I'll do is brakes. So your RMR modified the steering knuckles for additional angle, and upsized the brakes with Brembo rotors and calipers. So if I were to get like a rally car, for example, like, you know, Subaru STI, what I would do with that is I would install Brembo brakes, iBox springs, an InGen SB wrinkle red cold air intake system, Mitsubishi intercooler, a gritty exhaust system, A.K.A.'s GT3 RS Racing turbo kit. What else I'll do? I'll also do a gritty oil and cooler kit, Powerhouse Racing cylinder heads, Mishimoto radiator, what else? New pistons, piston rings, con rods or connecting rods. What was it called? I don't know. Downpipe, drive line, carbon fiber, axles from a company called the Drive Shaft Shop, which they'll do incredible axles. I also want to install Toyo tires, nitrous oxide, which I'll save for drag racing only drag racing. Sparco bucket seats, a Sparco or Momo snap-off steering wheel, Sparco shifters, Sparco 4-point harnesses, Sparco pedals, carbon fiber trim in the inside, roll cage. So if they would make a carbon fiber roll cage, that would be pretty cool, which would be lightweight and strong. And maybe some BBS or Advan wheels. I don't know, and like maybe it will get tuned from maybe 300 to 500 horsepower, which would be a pretty good amount. So yeah, that's what I would do. But it would take a long time and a lot of money, you know, for this. I mean, I can't just buy it straight away because, for one reason, I don't even have the money for it. So, if I work hard a lot and get a lot of money, I'll be able to buy the car and the upgrades I can use for. Because bear in mind, Subarus like STIs and the original WRXs, they produce like over 300 horsepower anyway, which is a pretty good amount from a 2.5 liter EJ27 boxer engine. 4 cylinders, which I can do. That almost sounds like a mix of a R35 V6 and a Honda inline 4 Integra noise. Something like that. I mean, I'm a bit okay-ish at doing boxer engines. Like I've been doing like a couple car sounds like for months right now. Like I've been practicing, you know, trying to do those sounds, but I kind of mess up a little bit on those. I mean, I'm not good at them, I'll be honest with you. I'm not that good. I mean, I'm okay with some, but others not as such, you know. Like I want to get used to that, you know. I want to practice, you know, doing these car sounds, which will be fantastic. I mean, it'll be cool. I just use a Texas accent. Fantastic. Get him, underdog. Oh, man. I bet you guys are watching this, like, in Texas, pretty much. I'm using a Texas accent. Howdy, partner. How's everybody doing in this lovely morning? My Texas accent, it's okay-ish. I mean, I'm not that good at doing a Texas accent. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Like, there's so many accents I want to, you know, get used to doing. So many. But it's a lot to get used to, you know. Who knows? So where was I? It's front drive shafts were disconnected to make drifting in a novel drive car possible, thus effectively making it a rear-wheel drive car. RMR modified the steering knuckles for additional angle and upsized, like enlarged, the brakes with Brembo rotors and calipers, or discs as you can call it, and calipers. So in other words, they took out the old brakes and put on some Brembo brakes onto the car. That's cool. Brembo rotors and calipers. The stock instrument cluster was replaced with odometer gauges on the carbon fiber plates and swapped out the steering wheel for a Sparco unit with a quick disconnect hub. And that's what I mean by a snap-on, snap-off steering wheel, is I mean like a steering wheel with a quick disconnect hub on the back. So you could just put that onto the back of your new steering wheel, Sparco, Momo, OMP steering wheel, anything like that, and just like snap it on. Basically, it'll have like a clamp on it. So you basically hold the steering wheel, pull the clamp to you, and place the steering wheel in place, and then after that, let go of the clamp, and it'll just lock in place. It will make some kind of mechanical noise, and then test if it's all right. Just steer the wheel slightly, just pull it a little bit, just push it, anything like that, to see if it's secure. And if it's secure, then you're good to go. But sometimes you would have to replace the steering wheel if you're gonna sell the car. That's just how it is. You don't want to sell your steering wheel, no way. I mean, like your new steering wheel, but you keep the old one. You'll keep the original one onto the car if you're gonna sell the vehicle. That's what people do these days when they sell the cars, even performance cars. So yeah. So Armor modified the steering knuckles for additional angle and upsized the brakes with Brembo rotors and calipers. The stock instrument cluster was replaced with odometer gauges on the carbon fiber plates and swapped out the steering wheel for a Sparco unit with a quick disconnect hub. It keeps its stock standard Recaro racing seats, but the seat belts were upgraded to JDM tight A.K.A 4-point harnesses, which I also want to install if I were to install the racing seats with 4-point harnesses. 6-point harnesses, it's a bit of a struggle, but 4-point is a lot easier. 4 points, I would, if you're planning on getting a racing seat, my recommendation is to get 4-point harnesses because they're a lot easier to use. Where 6-point harnesses, they get like extra, like 2 straps, and you have to like figure out how to connect it and all that sort of stuff. Whereas 4-point harnesses, you have no worries with that. They're a lot easier to use. So I recommend you guys, if you got a performance car and if you want to change out the seats and if you want to put on new seat belts, my recommendation, get 4-point harnesses. Doesn't matter any kind of what manufacturer they do. Just get whatever one you want. Just get 4-point harnesses. It'll make it a lot easier for you guys. I recommend you guys. So yeah, it keeps its stock Recaro racing seats, but the seat belts were upgraded to JDM tight A.K.A 4-point harnesses. So yeah, 4-point harnesses. Appearance mods include an APR body kit, APR rear wing, APR racing carbon fiber side mirrors, a set of Ray's G Games 99B 19 by 8.5 inch rims, and Toyo Proxy's T1R tires. And that is it, guys. So for my next video, I am going to be doing another car, but this time we're going back into proper cars. So that is my last not last, but second to last Fast and Furious vehicle. For my next video, I don't really know what I will do, but I'll find out. And so yeah, that'll be pretty cool. So I gotta go. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. And for my next video, it's gonna be about an American rally car. So an American rally car. So this is gonna be a pretty cool one, actually. This one is pretty cool. So we're going back into proper cars now. So if I have any other Fast and Furious vehicles I can do, I'll be able to try and do them. And so yeah, that'll be pretty cool. So I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.